Round of 16, Heat 1. Things are starting to get pretty serious here. We've got C.Simmers going up against Luana Silva, number 1, number 14. You might be thinking this is a bit of a lopsided heat with C.Simmers kind of just tearing her way through this season yet again.
And that's what she's doing right there, just to get in her head a little bit.
Ooh, first strike there. I like that little chippy paddle to start. Here we go. Luana Silva up and at it. First wave of the day. And the first turn of the day was radical. Goes vertical on her second. Comes around this section. And this is kind of that speed section that you have to make the decision. She makes the right decision there, staying right in the pocket. That's how you want to start your day. That was a solid wave for Luana Silva.
No doubt. Most of that opening turn, it sets you up. You know, it gives you the rhythm of the wave. And she opened up with fireworks right there. You're going to see it here. The sun's shining bright in her face, and she opens up beautifully. Second turn gets up and tighter, even more critical. Cut it short a bit. Could have extended a little bit more in that second turn, but now she reads this wave very well and gets a beautiful open face carve. Once again, tight right there. And finish it off strong. It's going to be a good way for her to start.
I almost feel like the word timing should be in the judging criteria. I guess that would fall into the flow element.
I guess, yeah.
But you just see like where she put her turns and her patience on this wave, you know, made for a nice, beautiful dance from beginning to end. You know, not a lot of wasted movement, great style. So I think timing and style, while those words aren't necessarily in the judging criteria, they're a very meaningful part of what the judges are looking for. All right, 22:40 to go. C.Simmers out the back with priority. Little gem of a wave here. Quick start for Katie, just right there on the edge of that whitewater through the inside. This wave starts to grow, starts to speed off down the line. And that is your trademark C.Simmers, the layback slash to finish that wave. So just a casual pace, a casual start.
It is, yeah, that is true. And that's what I was mentioning about. Look at wiggles, the subtle adjustments that they do. It's not lack of speed right there. You could see that she had enough speed. It's just to kind of make sure that she's aiming and timing the proper section off the lip. See, she does that once. And then she's going to do it once again, just to kind of wipe off speed, give a little bit more room so she can get a better angle, a little bit more room off the lip of the wave to get a better angle and finish it off with a beautiful layback. Obviously, that wave lacked a little bit of, not criticalness, but just like it gets to that whitewash part of the wave that it loses the power. And maybe not the best wave selection, but the surfing is definitely there. Look how beautiful the second turn is down the line. And my favorite turn is the closeout, where she does that layback drop wallet. Right here, that's what I mentioned, like the wave loses power, has whitewash to it, hard attraction. And that's going to keep the score on the lower side. Eyeing it down the section to finish. Goes up and early, but drives through that inside rail. You could see that side fin completely disengaged from the water. How do you let that go?
Oh my gosh, this wave looks absolutely perfect. All right, one of the biggest sets we've seen of the morning, and Luana Silva's up and at it. This carve, kind of just setting things up, trying to read this wave down the line. That's a little bit more aggressive off the top. Almost catches on the bottom turn, but gets around through it. So another kind of a casual, stylish start to this wave for Luana Silva. You know, she engages her fins and rails just a little bit more. She's going to pull out of this wave.
By the surfers.
That was Katie's first excellent wave here in El Salvador, and I think there's going to be more to come. Now let's take a look at Luana Silva.
Did you see the difference of speed that we had on that first turn from both of the surfers? The second one, she really opened up. But the first one, Caitlin had more speed throughout the line, and she cut that water sharper. And right here, unfortunately for Lulu, the wave just disappears.
Yeah, just so a little bit more exciting at the end of Katie's wave.
Yes, this is a beautiful turn from Lulu. That second turn, she really opened her arm span, then bring that board back around. Right here, she's almost going to catch it because of that foam ride right there. Goes a little bit too much pressure on the toes. Almost loses the fin. and then the wave kind of dies out, and that's the problem of that first wave of the set. The second one usually stretches out more and gives the surfers more opportunity. So if you think about it and break it down, you know, first turn from Caitlin, probably a half point better, and then she had a big finish, which that's probably that 1.5 difference in between them.
And just that little hiccup through the bottom turn for Luana. I mean, that C.Simmers, she does. Now Katie on a racetrack through this inside. Beautiful slicing carve there. Great combo. S turning straight back up into the lip. This wave slows down just a little bit. Now she's just looking down the line. Bashes that end section. That's more like it. Back-to-back gems this morning.
And that's what I was mentioning. Right before Lulu was paddling on that wave, I looked over my shoulder. I could see there's a wave behind.
That closeout section helped C.Simmers get a full 2 points above Luana Silva's wave.
Well, there's 2 points of difference that I see. The commitment, how she engaged the rail on this first turn here. You can see that she drives down the line more. Had more speed throughout the turns. Right here, it's kind of a down point. The wave gets a bit flatter, but this is the second point that's going to make the difference on the scoring. Just finish it off with a big closeout turn. And that's what the judges are going to remember. The commitment in the beginning and how she finished. Look how much pressure she applies on the highest part of the wave, the most critical part of that wave, and finish it off strong. And on Luana's side, she didn't have that. So the commitment, I think, was the difference of point.
And I said, well, Lulu's going to take the first one because it's going to look too good, and the second one's going to be steeper and faster. And I think the second wave of the set's a better call right now. Here we go, Katie, looking like she's interested in this section, but just kind of runs off on the inside. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Strider. Still going. All right, here we go. 30 seconds left. Is this the buzzer beater that Luana Silva is looking for? Wave starting to race down the line. Impactful section for Luana. Remember, looking for a 6.51. A couple good turns, but she's going to have to strive for greatness here on the inside if she wants to stand a chance, get the attention of the judges, and wrangle that 6.51 out of their hands, and doesn't get the finish. So with that, C.Simmers, current world #1, advances through into the next round. We do lose Luana Silva. The great surfing from Luana with a 6.17 and a 5.5. Unfortunately, just not enough.